G'day shooters, Mike and Ben with another review. Today we're going to do a review on the Sauer 100 Ceratech rifle. This particular rifle comes in 308. The Sauer 100 also comes in a 243 caliber. Looking at the gun itself, starting off with the barrel there, it's got a Ceratech finish as well as the action itself. The particular colour that's on this gun is ice grey. As we look down the gun, looking at the action itself, it's got a really smooth action with a 60-degree bolt lift. It's a really smooth action, nice to use. The trigger itself, really nice crisp trigger. When we pull, I'm not sure of the actual poundage. We'll check that in the workshop when we finish up later on today. But again, a really smooth action. If we look at the magazine release, it's got a countersunk magazine or magazine release catch there. When we press it in, magazine comes out really easy. Pushing back in, it's got a good positive take-up and almost impossible chance of accidentally bumping that magazine release. Speaking of the magazine, it's a 5-round magazine and double stacked. And you can also place 1 round in the chamber, so whilst hunting you can be loaded up with 6 rounds with this gun in 308 caliber. Speaking of magazines, Lucky 13 being an Australian-made company, producing a magazine for the gun as well at the moment. It's not out for sale at the moment, but is in production and testing, pre-production at the moment. So I've been lucky enough to have been given that to trial and give a run and see how it goes. We'll give Lucky 13 some feedback on its performance. The scope itself we're using today is the Sig Sauer 4-16 by 44, which has illuminated reticle. The stock itself is a polymer stock or a synthetic stock. You'll notice it's got the knurled foregrip and the knurled pistol grip, making it ideal for shooting in inclement weather, or if you're a hunter that likes to hunt with gloves on, just aids in that gripping of the rifle. It's got a nice take-up on the gun, good length of stock, certainly for someone my size, and it's a comfortable stock to hold.
Yeah, so and a couple of other things just to touch on quickly. The trigger, as Mike said before, is a nice trigger. It is adjustable as well, so you can adjust it. The bolt's got it's three locking lugs there, so that enables you to have that 60-degree lift, I guess, for those fast follow-up shots. And Cerakote, I think, being the newest product to hit the market, you can get any colour you like, really. It's getting away from that traditional bluing, and you can pretty much pick whatever colour you like. Have the gun Cerakoted, and you can have patterns or colours, whatever you like, pretty much. So Cerakote is a very good product. So we've just done our 100-yard zero, and now we're going to put a 5-round group through and try and get our sub-MOA guarantee that's claimed with the Sauer rifle. We're using the OSA 135 grain hollow points again. We'll just see how it goes.
Okay, so we're going to walk the gun out now. I'm going to start off at 200 yards, then push out to 300, 400 and see how far we can push the gun. That's a hit, an easy hit at 200. that's a good solid hit there at 300 yards, no problem.
To start, yeah, we've done 2 and 3. We'll go 4, 5 and 6 and see how we're going from there, and try and get it out a bit further if we can.
So that target at 400 yards there, it's about 1 finger right of the dead tree. Just the other side of that fence line there, you got him?
Seen.
Good hit, centre of the plate. So 500 yards. Right, so 500 yards, centre of the cultivation. You got it?
Yes, seen.
Ooh, right edge. Right edge. Good height, right edge. Good hit.
5, so 6.
600 yards. It's the other side of the cultivation. See that?
Yes, seen.
Good hit.
Straight on.
Straight on. It's low right hand edge. Okay, we're at 700 yards now, so we'll see how we go.
Okay, 700, reference the creek, come forward 50. That's 700. Roger. Deflection off the right edge. Come a little bit left. 2 clicks left. The hit. Not sure where. Okay. 800, reference the same creek bed. Go past 50 metres. Roger. To the right. That was a hit. On in 2.
So that's on in 2 shots there. Starting to get a bit of breeze down there. It's starting to get a little difficult to hold it on target.
Okay, 900 is. Okay, see that big dead box tree? Got it. Come slight left of that. That is 900. Way out to the right. was a huge difference. How many clicks you made?
Just 3.
3, yeah, right. That was massive. That was about 5 metres difference. 6 metres difference. Hold same point. Go about 20 metres low there. I think you're out of legs, mate.
Right, so we've tried to push it out to 900 yards. Fall of shots starting to fall all around the target. We're not getting any good follow-up shots now. We're starting to lose accuracy. I'd say that's just the ammunition now. It's only a 135 grain pill, but to get it out as far as we have to the 800 yard mark has been pretty good. And I suppose it's a good representation just of the gun, of how well this gun's actually been able to work today. It's a pretty neat little gun.
So we've just been rained out of the hill, so we've just moved down here onto the flat. We're just going to do like a 10-shot rapid fire and see how the gun performs with some quick follow-up shots. As you can see there, there's 10 shots, rapid fire. It's performed quite well. That's with the Lucky 13 magazine. Like I said, in the testing phases, that seems to be performing quite well. Okay guys, so we're back from the range. I don't know whether you noticed, but when we shot our zero and our MOA test, we forgot our verniers. So I've got that target here. And I've given it a measure, and it comes in at around 760, so 760 thousandths. There is one flyer there, and that could quite possibly have been me. But yeah, as you can see, a 5-shot group claiming sub MOA guarantee of 5 shots. And we achieved that with the 135 grain OSA ammunition. Further to that, Sauer do claim that the rifle comes factory bedded. So I'm just going to pull the rifle apart and see what they mean by that, see what's in there and what factory bedded is. So what we're going to do, just ensuring weapon is clear, and it is. I'm just going to turn the rifle upside down, removing our magazine. We'll just sit that aside. Just going to undo the front action screw. The rear action screw. From there, I'm just going to remove the bottom metal. Inside here you can see that little nut there, and that's actually the torque nut to torque the action to the stock. So we're just now going to remove that. We're going to hold on to our action and our stock so it doesn't fall apart. And that is our nut. There is a little washer in here that you'll see will just drop out in my hand. from there we can separate the barrel action from the stock. We'll just sit that aside. And inside, you can see, so it's an aluminium block, and it's got a recoil lug here at the back side of it, and it is all epoxied in there. So I would agree with Sauer saying it's factory bedded. It's one of the better factory bedding jobs I've seen, and that may be the determining factor how Sauer can offer that 5-round sub-MOA guarantee. To my knowledge, there's no other company that is offering that from a factory rifle out of the box. So that could be the determining factor there. Just putting the rifle back together, we're just going to sit our barrel action back in. Turn him over. Insert our washer and our nut. As I was saying before, this nut here is what secures the barrel action to the stock. So we're just going to torque that off. I think anywhere between 35 and 40 inch-pounds should be sufficient. I like to stick around 40, that's my personal preference, so that's what I'll do it up to. Crack that off. From there we will reinsert our bottom metal. Action screws. Always ensure to do up your front action screw first, and we'll do these up to the same torque settings. So we've got the same torque settings all the way through, and then that should nullify any accuracy issues that could be caused by lack of torque on screws or over torquing, all those other issues that can be caused by that. So from there, weapon is back together. Reinsert our magazine, and the weapon is back together. Another thing we did briefly touch on out in the field was the Lucky 13 magazine. Like I said, it is in the pre-production phases and the testing phases. Lucky 13 were good enough to send us a magazine, see what we thought. We didn't have any problems with this magazine. They still have some stringent testing they've got to put the magazines through. But the magazine they've sent us, we had no issues with, and quite happy with it.
And in conclusion, the Sauer 100 Ceratech rifle, the one we got to use on the weekend was N308, and we were able to push it out to 800 yards. I think if we had a bit more time and with some load development, I think we could push the gun out a little further. I'm sure we could try push for the 900, maybe even 1,000 yards, should we had a bit of time on the gun, a bit more time anyway.
Then a couple of things I just want to reiterate with the Sauer 100 is it does come with that 5-shot sub-MOA guarantee, and I'm almost certain that that is an industry first. Most companies offer you 3-round sub-MOA guarantee, whereas Sauer is offering the 5-round guarantee, and I do believe that is because of that factory bedding that they're doing. Another great feature is the price point. I believe it's retailing around $1,095. Which is great, and it's something that we've noticed in the last probably 6 to 8 months is there seems to be a real push for quality, affordable rifles coming through at the moment, this being one of them. So it's really good to see.
It's overall, yeah, just a really good quality rifle. It's German made in keeping with the tradition of quality European engineering. It's a great, robust hunting sporting rifle, and yeah, we're looking forward to actually having another shoot with it down the track. Hope you've enjoyed the review, and hope to see you again next time.